So Peter McGrail, this is the fight that you've been talking about for some time. You and Dennis McCann, the names have been linked. It's on.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Made up, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously, it must have been about 7 or 8 days after I beat Foster. Got the phone call. Dennis McCann, Saudi, Future Usyk Bill. No brain hell yet. Let's go. Know what I mean? And then I think, don't know whether it was the day after the phone call or even the same day. Obviously, Dennis and Joe and their team, they agreed to it, and then the fight was on. Then it was just like that. You know what I mean? It happened fast, and yeah, we're here now.
Did you think he'd take the fight?
To be honest, I weren't too sure. In me camp, me Brad Foster camp. Don't know how many weeks out, but I'm seeing interviews. Peter McGrail's the next man that I want. This and that. Because I think I got mandated for the European, so it was after that. And then like, he just, don't know, then I just started seeing TJ the Henny. McGrail's a step back. This and that, people mentioning Jericho Quinn's name. And he probably took a step back, do you know what I mean? So it was a bit like, and I can't remember whether that was before the Foster fight or whether that was once I done Foster. It was after that, but I just know that they were all for it, and then they started backtracking. So I was a bit, not that I was scared, because I was still mandated for the British and the European. So either way, whether it was Dennis or whether it was whoever else, I was still next in line for them belts. So it didn't really matter if you vacated or not, but it's a good fight for me. It's a big profile fight, and it was a perfect fight for a 5v5. But you know, it's ended up on a big bill in Saudi anyway, even just as big as what a 5v5 is going to be. So that was the fight we wanted, but it weren't even so much that it was oh, I'm dying to fight Dennis. It was just more, he's the man with the belts, and if he doesn't want to fight me, then just vacate them. So
but you'd rather fight him than pick up the vacant.
100%, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because it's one, as you say, you're not fighting for vacant belts, which is what he's done with his 3 belts. You know, I'll be taking them off the champion, and as I said, he's a big name, isn't he? He's a big name in British boxing, and as I said, it was a perfect fight for a 5v5. So, you know, that's the one.
What do you think of him?
Listen, he's a good talker, isn't he? He's you know, he sells the fight well. You know,
you're not bad yourself.
Well, you know, that's the first time I've ever really had a pressure like that. And I half enjoyed it, to be honest. It was a belter. It was not mad. It went no too much disrespect going on. It was just, you know, a bit of banter and selling the fight, and I enjoyed it. So, but what do we think of Dennis? Good fighter, you know what I mean? I respect him. He's you know, he's boxed for years like me. You know, you can chat a bit of shit and say a few things, but you know, he's just good at selling fights, and that's it. Yeah, we're getting it on December the 21st. I said that to him in the face-off. I said, like, doesn't really matter what gets said. We're still fighting it December the 21st, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
He's looking better than ever. That his win over Baluta was a sort of coming-of-age win. Did you watch that? And if so, what did you think?
Nah, I didn't watch it, Dev, to be honest, but...
You mentioned the draw with Baluta, didn't you?
Yeah,
you talked about that. But...
That's fact. He got gifted the draw. Do you know what I mean? The ref saved him. And he got gifted the draw. He was getting beat. You know, I'm not taking nothing away from him. I don't know what went on in this camp. I don't know what went on the fight week, the night before the fight, the day of the fight. He didn't look use himself. You know what I mean? But he got gifted the draw, and that was it. So, you know, I think I don't know whether did he change team for that Baluta rematch?
Afterwards,
was that his first camp with Joe?
I think he had one in between. No, he went straight to the Baluta rematch.
Yeah, so, you know, I thought Joe Mack did a Sunday deck. I thought he might have, you know, he was talking like he's loving life in Liverpool, sorting his head out. So I thought we see how, I didn't actually watch the fight, but I thought you will see how good he really is, because, you know, I believe Baluta's there to be nailed, and I believe if you put Baluta in with me, he wouldn't last a few rounds. You know, you look at Andrew Kane, what he done to him in round 1 when he was you know, 100% and he had both hands, but then, you know, his hand went then and the fight went where it was, but the fact he couldn't get Baluta out of there, I believe, he's not as good as what I thought he is, you know what I mean? But, you know, I'll make that decision for myself on December the 21st.
I'm not sure he did go straight into the Baluta rematch. Somewhere in there, he boxed your friend, Brad Strand. And
was
he
that
beat
before? Oh, yeah,
Brad
that
Strand.
was before, yeah.
Yeah, were you there for that? What did you think? Were you thinking, okay, well, Dennis looks pretty good. If I ever fight him, I'm going to have to be at my very, very best because he's just beaten Brad Strand, who's very good.
I know. Yeah, well, you know, you could say that, but it's hard to judge really because I know Brad Strand's a lot better than what he performed on that night. I've just said that before. You know, I've seen the work he does in the gym. I've sparred him. He's a very good fighter. Done loads of rounds with Brad. And he just didn't do himself justice, so I can't really take much away from that. And I believe when he sort of come into his own, Brad sort of got back to doing what he should have been doing the full fight in the last few rounds. I think he might have won the last 3 or 4 or whatever, so yeah, but not just because of that fight, because he's beat Brad or because he's beat Baluta. No matter who you're in the ring with, Dev, you need to be the best condition you can be in, because, you know, look at what happened with me against Rico. I know anything can happen in boxing. I had him down twice, winning every round, obviously miles ahead on the scorecards, and then a half split second, it got caught with a shot, and that was it. So it doesn't matter who Dennis has beat or what he's done. No matter who it is, you need to make sure you're in the best condition you can be in.
That half a split second that you're talking about, from what I'm hearing from Dennis, he's talked about that, and he says, well, look, he's shown he can be knocked out. So he's been talking about left, right, good night. He's been talking about knocking you out. Very confident that he can do it. What do you think?
You know, whatever. I believe anyone can knock anyone out if they hit them on the right spot, but if that's giving him belief and it's giving him confidence, then it's false confidence, because he's going on, and even like a few pundits and that, they're all going on like he's some super bantamweight Golovkin. You know, he's got a 50% KO record. I've got a better KO percentage in the fight. I think I've got 6 KOs out of 10, that's 60. He's got 50. Now he's had more fights, but this and that, but I've still got a better KO percentage than him. He's got a 50% KO record. He might hit hard. I haven't felt the power myself, do you know what I mean? I'll know on December the 21st, but I just believe it's false confidence, because I learned loads from that fight in and out of the ring in my life, and I'm a complete, like, mentally, physically, you can even see the shape I was in my last fight. I'm a completely different fighter to when I fought Jericho, and even, you know, he says a journeyman. On one hand he says he's an American journeyman. I think he was 16-1 when I boxed him, but then on the other hand he says when you stepped up, you got slept. So is he a journeyman or did he step up? You know, I don't think he knows what he's saying, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Well, I've got news for you. He's actually been watching the entire interview. He's that camera there. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Do you want to say anything to him? Because he's been watching this whole thing. He's heard everything you've had to say. He's been laughing. He's not been particularly happy. No. Anything you want to tell him?
I'm going to see you December the 21st, and hopefully you don't wear that jacket for the next presser.
Best of luck, Peter.
Sander.
Cheers, mate.